Recording in progress.
Good morning. Let's go ahead. Which session we have covered? Tell me now. For TDS, 192 we had covered salaries. Yes or no? 193, 194 A. Something we have covered. 194 also we have covered. है ना? Then important ones. Have we covered 194 C? Tell me this. 194 C. Do you remember? 194 C. Contractor and subcontractors, na bachcho. Contractor, that means for the any work done, TDS rate 1% or 2%. Threshold limits 30,000 for one contract and 1 lakh for the entire year. Hi na bachcho. Those were your threshold limits for 194C. And what all is work, even that is bachcho given in 194C itself. The clarifications are given. Okay, can I go ahead? Then we covered 194 LA, IA, है ना? And which one we covered? We have written in the notebook also, बच्चों. Tell me. LA, IA, and IC. These three things we had covered. Then, so around I, bachcho, everything is about immovable property. Okay, I. Now 194 I is what? Remember 194 I. Important. Again, very important section. 194 I. Rent. Payment towards rent. But there are again two categories in that for 194I. Rent towards land, building and fixed furniture. है ना? And again बच्चों rent towards which one you had plant and machinery. है ना? 10% for land and building. And others बच्चों how much it was? 2% is it? Tell me. अरे हाँ या ना? 2%. Correct? Then but over there threshold limit is how much? For the year 2.4 lakhs, okay, per owner. If the ownership is joint ownership, then per owner 2.4 lakhs. Okay, everybody understood? Fine. That was bachcho for 194I. Chalega everybody? Let's go ahead. Okay, fine. Let us do an important concept. Pay attention. No TDS on personal payment, but this we had covered yesterday. If the expenditure is towards advertisement of business, then 194C to be done. Correct, na? Advertisement, because advertisement was part of work. But you are doing a personal advertisement, birthday, wishes, this and that, okay, marriage, anniversary, whatever that is, personal expenditure. On that, but your TDS is not required. Okay, so check please here. No TDS on personal payments. No individual or HUF shall be liable to deduct tax on the sum credited or paid exclusively for personal purposes of such individual or any member of HUF, even if it exceeds the threshold limit. Okay, for example, just check. TDS on payment to contractors, and fees for construction, painting, electrician for the residential house, caterer for a function, etc. Or your self birthday advertisement, etc. And that bachcho TDS will not be applicable even if the amounts are more than threshold limit. 194J, payment to interior decorators, architecture, again for your own personal residential house, or doctors also, your own treatment. Again then bachcho 194J, or you can say TDS is not applicable on such kind of personal transactions. Yes? Alright. Then please understand. So here we have done from 192 to some sections of 194I we have arrived at. है ना? That TDS was applicable based on the type of transaction. If it is rent, 194I. If it is contract, 194J, and all of that. Hi, Anna. But we have yet to see the type of assessee or the type of payer on whom TDS is applicable. Pay attention. Type of payer means I am talking about when a person will become deductor. When a person will become deductor. That we are yet to see right now. See, if it is lottery winnings, then it's type of transaction. But type of payer means who is actually paying. Depending on that, we will see TDS is applicable or not. And in that case, bachcho, we are coming to this important section called as section. This is a combination of sections. Easy to remember. That's it. Hijack. 194H, 194I, 194J, 194A, 194C. Okay. So 194H is बच्चों commission or brokerage that we have to yet cover, I think, but again not a very big section as such. It's very simple to understand. Okay, that means if you're paying some commission or brokerage to an agent, you will deduct tax under 194H. Okay, 194I बच्चों we have already covered, C we have covered, A also we have covered, and 194J again fees paid to professional, CA, CS, CMA, lawyer, architects, consultants, engineers, etc. Okay, everybody tell you 194C. Okay, everybody, अरे बोलो हाँ. So check. Some deductors, understand, please understand, some deductors only for individuals and HUF. So whatever we are going to see right now, we are talking only about individual and HUF. Don't put their firm, LLP company. So pay attention. So individuals and HUF shall be liable to deduct tax only if gross receipts or turnover for the business or profession exceeds 1 crore for business or 50 lakhs for profession during the immediately preceding year. During the immediately preceding year. So I think I told you once, what bachcho? That whether in the current year you are a deductor or not, that depends on the turnover of the preceding year. Are haan, all of you? Clear, everybody? So in the current year, you are a deductor or not, that depends on the earlier years, immediately preceding years turnover. So what are they saying, bachcho? Please understand, especially for individual and HUF. I think I told you this in the last lecture also. When I compare individual and any company who is bigger, company bachcho is definitely bigger. So company can afford and company can do bachcho lots of compliances as compared to individual. Okay? So understand, only if an individual or HF whose turnover is more than 1 crore or 50 lakhs, he is a big assessee. He is a big assessee. And when I say big, that means he can afford or he can manage compliances. Are you getting my point? A person who has a business turnover of only 10 lakhs. Business turnover bachcho of only 10 lakhs. Possible? Obviously possible. Profit bachcho margin hardly, let us say profit is 3 or 4 lakhs. You can't tell him to do bachcho TDS, pay their taxes to the government, file TDS return, issue TDS certificates. Impossible. Okay, everybody? It is a headache. Nobody will be able, nobody will do that actually. Okay, everybody? So, did you understand the point here? So, for small individuals and HFs, there is an exemption. For others, bachcho, they will be deducted in the current year only if they had crossed their turnovers beyond 1 crore or 50 lakhs in the immediately preceding year. Alright? Let's check the notes. If you are making payment to individual, if you are making payment to individual or HF, okay? This is done? Note. No TDS is required even if payments made exceed the threshold limits if tax audit was not applicable last. Yes, Celia? आवाज आ रही है ना? You can hear ना बच्चों? आवाज आ रही है ना? Okay, yeah, fine. हाँ नितिन. Indrajit, can we go ahead? Meeting ID you are saying? आवाज ही नहीं आ रहा है. Hold on. Say something if you want now.
Recording stopped.
हाँ हाँ आ रही है आवाज. Can you all hear me?
मीटिंग ज्वाइन नहीं होता है.
क्या?
दिखाता है.
क्या?
अक्षय का मीटिंग ज्वाइन नहीं होता सर ऐप के लिए.
मैसेज नहीं आ रहा. अक्षय ज्वाइन नहीं हो रहा है. ओके ओके ओके. एक मिनट हाँ. ओके होल्ड ऑन. आई डिड नॉट डू एनीथिंग. ऐसा तो कुछ किया नहीं मैंने यार. गॉट इट. हाँ चलेगा नितिन. दैट इज ओके. फिलहाल के लिए करंटली राइट नाउ इट्स ओके. यू कुड ज्वाइन ना बट ऑल ऑफ यू कुड ज्वाइन ना देन. इंद्रजीत डिड यू ट्राई ऑन जूम. तुमने ट्राई किया क्या जूम पे. एनीवेज लेट्स गो अहेड एवरीबॉडी.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so understand. So if pay attention, and I hope you know, if you बच्चों cross 1 crore or 50 lakhs, then this was applicable. बच्चों tax audit was applicable. Remember ना? So that's why they are saying if in the earlier year, these limits were not crossed, then in the बच्चों current year, TDS will not be applicable. TDS will not be applicable means what? As a deductor, it will not be applicable. Clear? That means you will not be considered as a deductor. And even if you are paying contract fees of rupees 1.5 lakhs, contract 194C or 1.5 lakhs, still you don't have to do TDS. Clear? All of you? Okay? Okay. Let's go ahead, everybody. Fine. We'll do another example or nice good example बच्चों. 194 IB. Ready? All of you? Okay. 194 IB. Pay attention. Who deducts tax? Payer or pay? Who deducts tax बच्चों? Payer or pay? Payer. This must you understand. Okay. Understand now. 194 IB. Okay. Come to this page. 13.11. ठीक है. Payment of rent by individual or HUF who has not crossed business turnover of more than 1 crore or professional turnover or more than 50 lakhs in the last year. Understand? That's why purposely I went into the point where we could discuss last year's turnover. Please pay attention. 194 IB. 194 बच्चों IB. Okay? A person, basically individual, whose own business or profession turnover is not exceeding 1 crore or 50 lakhs. अरे हाँ या ना? Not. They are saying which word? Not. Clear? Tell me, such person is or is not a deductor in the current year? He is not a director in the current year. Agreed everybody till here? Fine. Now such person is doing what? He is an individual or HUF, okay? He is doing what बच्चों? Paying rent. Fine. Paying what बच्चों? Rent. ठीक है? He is making the rent payment to a resident. I hope you बच्चों you are understanding. Here we are talking about the landlord. That is owner, let us say. Payer or payee, but we are talking about payee. Clear till here? The recipient. Okay, everybody? Fine. The TDS rate is 5%. The TDS bachcho rate is what? 5%. Yes, all of you? Also okay till here? Check here. Pay attention. No TDS if rent is up to rupees 50,000 for a month or part of the month during the previous year. Okay. Let me just simply tell you why this section is brought into picture. That will tell you. Then you will understand. If at all bachcho I pay. Okay. Let me write on this one in notebook. Don't write on anything else. You don't write down. Just pay attention. Don't write down, okay? Mr. A, and let us say बच्चों Mr. Z, owner, landlord, final year, he is the tenant, yes till year, payer, and this is what? Payee. Okay everybody? If बच्चों A pays to Z for residential house property, yes everybody, pay attention, rupees 10,000 per month, will there be a TDS? Tell me quickly whether there will be a TDS or no TDS. No TDS बच्चों, why? Why? Because it is not more than 2.4 lakhs for the year. Yes, still here? Okay, pay attention. Mr. A is a deductor in the current year. Deductor. He is a deductor in current year. Chalega? How I am deciding that? Based on previous years, earlier years turnover. Agreed? That's why I said, bachu, he is a deductor in the current year. Agreed everybody till here? Okay? Now, pay attention. If Mr. A pays rupees 30,000, okay, as, forget about residential house property, let us talk about office. Chalega? So that you will see again it is a personal transaction. Office rent. Quite okay. Again, quite a normal example to understand. है ना? Office rent. Ready everybody? Or rupees 30,000 per month. Whether there will be a TDS or no TDS. Who will deduct? A will deduct. हाँ या ना बच्चों? Fine everybody? Okay, fine everybody? Okay, till here. Fine. However, so there will be a TDS, okay? There will be a TDS. If A in the current year is a deductor and the rent paid is more than 20,000, more than 2.4 lakhs for the year. Alright. However, Mr. A's last year turnover was not good. Last year the turnover was not good. Okay? So, he is not a deductor in the current year. He is not a deductor in the current year. Are you high enough? Everybody okay till here? Understood? Then whether there will be any TDS over here? No, there will be no TDS even if the amount exceeds threshold limit. So that does not matter that the amount is exceeding threshold limit. Okay? But because the payer himself is not a deductor, there will be no TDS. Understood? Are you high enough, everybody? So what is happening is, in a way here, there is non-reporting, let us say, of a payment done to Z. Because A is not a deductor, therefore he will not deduct as well as he will not report to the government. Clear everybody? Clear? And again, no tax at all can say reduced or deducted from Z. So again, a risk or no guarantee whether Z will show that income or not, whether Z will pay taxes on that or not. Clear earlier, all of you, or Z has left the country, whatever it is. Yes? Fine. Now let me say one more thing. Okay, pay attention. Let us say, please understand. Mr. A is a salary employee. Okay? He is, let us say, managing director, MD of a big company. But he is getting what? Salary. Clear till here? And he does not own property because he does not believe in investing in house. Okay? But he stays fabulously. He pays rupees 1 lakh per month rent. Ooh. Yes, Celia? Yes, everybody. He pays rupees 1 lakh rupees per month rent. That I told you, know what Katrina and Vicky Kaushal, I think, I don't know. 5 lakh rupees per month rent. Nothing, no big deal for them. Everybody? Anyways, let's go ahead, everybody. So here बच्चों Mr. A is paying what rent rupees 1 lakh per month. But since he's earning बच्चों salary income, हाँ या ना, his business or turnover limit is crossing last year. नहीं ना, all of you. He is not a deductor in the current year because there is no PGPP income only for him, or PGPP was not liable for him. Agreed, everybody? Oh, all of you. Khushbu, Indrajit, Akshay. Now, since PGPP was not applicable and therefore bachcho turnover and not crossing 50 lakhs or 1 crore, therefore Mr. A is not a deductor in the current year and he is paying rupees 1 lakh per month. Let us say office rent, whatever he has an extra office, or let us say bachcho residential house. Does not matter. But important is bachcho, Mr. A is not a deductor. हाँ या ना? But he is paying substantial amount. Agreed? He is paying a substantial amount. So here what happens is who is earning that amount, point number 1, and basically reducing the tax. Reducing the tax at source. Okay, are you getting my point? Basically targeting Mr. Z should be the objective or is the objective of the income tax department or the income tax law. Did you understand or no? How to target? So the question is how to target Z or how to deduct tax from Z when A himself is not liable to deduct. That's why bachcho they bought a loophole or we can say an extra section which says, now whatever extra section we will do, I'll tell you that only. Those bachcho extra sections are purposely have come into picture specifically for heavy payments or huge payments done by non-deductor. Will you keep this in mind? What did I say bachcho? Substantial or huge amounts of payment are done by a non-deductor. So they are not liable to deduct. Are हाँ या ना? They are not bachcho liable to deduct. So there is no TDS, but the amounts are huge. So to capture such transaction bachcho, some new sections had to come into picture, and one of them is what? 194IB. Clear? All of you? Indrajit, Akshay. You can comment there wherever you're online. Okay, done. Mansi, Kushbu, Indrajit, Nitin, we'll go ahead. Chalo. Now check here. No TDS. If rent is up to rupees 50,000 for a month or a part of the month during the previous year, rent is how much? Only up to rupees 50,000. So here what they are giving you kind of again a discount or you can say a level. Okay. Now I don't know, you don't know, but obviously there are some places now where rent may be more than rupees 50,000 per month. Obviously, it can be residential property or even office, though, for sure, no doubt about it. Clear, all of you? So TDS shall be made when the TDS will be done at the credit of the rent for the last month of the year or last month of tenancy if the property is vacated during the year or at the time of payment, whichever is earlier. When will you do bachcho transaction? When will you do bachcho the TDS? Last month of the year. Okay? But if you are vacating the property before the year end, if you are bachcho vacating the property before the year end, then in the last rent whichever you are paying, है ना? Or at the time of payment of rent, whichever is bachcho earlier, whatever happens first over there, you will do the TDS. Basically, just again, let me repeat one more time. You will not be as such doing, you can say, TDS every month. Mainly, you have to make the payment in the last month, okay, of TDS. Then, last point, tax is required to be deducted as per section 206AA or AB. Forget about AB, bachcho, but at least you remember 206AA. We had covered bachcho in the last lecture. Do you remember? Correct. If PAN is not provided, then higher of rates of income tax, rates in force or 20%, whichever is higher, है ना? So tax is required to be deducted as per 206AA if PAN is not provided, etc. है ना? And obviously the deduction shall not exceed the amount of rent payable for the last month of the previous year or the last month of the tenancy. Which is what, just try to understand, pay attention. If A is बच्चों making payment to B of 100 rupees, I'm talking of gross, okay? If A is बच्चों making a payment to B of 100 rupees gross, can your TDS in any case, can it be more than rupees 100? Can your TDS be more than rupees 100? Sorry, TDS बच्चों maximum in the worst case can be 100 rupees. Whatever you are liable to pay, you are saying, okay, everything is what TDS. Possible. This is a rare case which we are going to see this. Okay? Kushal, very good afternoon. कैसे हो, किधर हो? But TDS बच्चों cannot be more than the amount itself. You understand? I just try to imagine. A saying, okay, I have to pay you 100. Okay, just for the sake of example, I'm telling you. But less TDS of 120. What do you think बच्चों A will tell to B? चलो, you give me more 20 rupees. And B is like, अरे you are supposed to give me 100. But A says, no, TDS is 120. You give me more again, extra 20. That is never going to happen, बच्चों. Yes, still here, all of you? Got it? So TDS बच्चों in any case cannot be more than the amount itself, amount of invoice. है ना? That's what they are saying. That. Last point. The TDS बच्चों shall not be more than the amount of rent payable for the last month. Clear, all of you? Fine. चलो बच्चों, in your notebook write down about 194I and IB, both we will write down. बच्चों for IB, pay attention. IB is again for which kind of person? Actually non-deductor. अरे हाँ या ना? But since he is making a huge payments or heavy payments, there will be a compliance of TDS to be done. Even if बच्चों he was not a deductor. Ready? अरे हाँ. In the notebook बच्चों write down rent. Rent is not 3, only 2, no? 194I and 194IB. Okay? 194I and 194IB. Find Leo? Which type of tenant is बच्चों 194 IB? Which type of tenant? On whom? He's a deductor or not a deductor? 194 IB. Sorry. Tenant is बच्चों importantly individual or HUF. Whose business or profession turnover is less than rupees 1 crore oblique 50 lakhs. In which year? In preceding year. हाँ या ना? What is the rate of बच्चों TDS check in 194 IB? TDS rate is TDS at the rate of 5%, है ना? थ्रेशोल्ड लिमिट इज बच्चों रुपीज 50,000 per month, है ना? One for I, other tenants. But obviously बच्चों including who? Individual or HUF. Yes, Celia? Whose turnover बच्चों exceeds or doesn't exceed? Exceeds. $1 crore or 50 lakhs, है ना? TDS at the rate of what? 2%. For our plant and machinery, and at the rate of what? 10% for land and building. And what is the threshold limit here? A big difference बच्चों between both the numbers हैं बच्चों. One number I भी बच्चों says what? 50,000 more than a month, है ना? Now you may or may not pay him for the entire year. If it is more than 50,000 rupees per month, you will start deducting, or there will be applicability of 194 IB. Yes, clear all of you? Tell me. अरे हाँ, cool. चलो बच्चों, let's do some questions then now. Come on. When it was C, we have covered na C. D, insurance commission also we have discussed. H. Let's quickly just finish H. Commission or brokerage बच्चों we pay to an agent. Commission or brokerage है ना? We pay generally to बच्चों what? An agent है ना? All of you. Example बच्चों commission agent's commission. When you buy or sell a property at that time, or even for giving or taking something on rent, है ना? You buy but you pay a brokerage. Yes, Celia? So again, pays resident only TDS rate is about 5%, and no TDS बच्चों up to rupees 15,000. So same 194 G, H, and even your I think which commission was also same. Check 194 D. Commission is also having same figures. Commissions बच्चों they have streamlined or no? Streamlined means again same 5% 15,000. अरे हाँ या ना? 194 D बच्चों commission 5% 15,000. 194 H commission 5% 15,000. Yes? No TDS बच्चों, only on brokerage relating to securities. Your broker also charges you बच्चों commission or no? Brokerage, brokerage is a commission only, na brokerage, correct? On that, however, TDS will not be applicable. Yes, anything apart from that, if it is more than 15,000, then TDS which will be applicable at the rate of 5%. 194. Okay, H. Done till here? Come to question number, which one you have covered? Thirteen. Ready, everybody? Before that, we have covered everything, na? 13. All of you okay till here? Is tax deductible in the following cases? Commission to a real estate agent. Then yes, but TDS is applicable. So tell me, a real estate agent, section number, rate, and threshold limit you have to write down. Okay, so TDS under section 194H at the rate of 5%. Hi Anna. Threshold limit. Is rupees 15,000. Okay, yes, correct. Indrajit, Nitin, correct. Done, all of you? Commission paid to independent directors bachcho will be considered as director sitting fees. Okay, it will be considered as director sitting fees. So write down. So TDS on sitting fees. For independent directors, section 194J is applicable, comma, TDS rate being %10. Yes. Fine, tell all of you. TDS rate being 10%. Obviously, I'll be again coming back to 194J in some time. That also what you have to cover. 194J. Where is it? Array? Now? No, not even now. Okay. Okay, all of you? It is quite clearly given to us and not under 194J. Even if the word commission is used, so payment to independent directors, bachcho, it is going under setting fees, or you can say 194J professional fees. Okay. Commission paid to MD or whole time director. This bachcho will go as a salary because he is MD, or you can say whole time director. So any kind of money paid over there in as such will be added in the head of salary. Okay. Right on. It is in the nature of It is in the nature of salary. Therefore, TDS बच्चों under this section 192. हाँ है ना? At what rates? At slab rates. Fine. Can we go ahead, everybody? Fourteenth. Ready? Is TDS under section 194I required to be made in the following cases? Composite rent on building and services. What are some services? Any example what you can give me? That you are paying rent not just for the building but also services. Okay, Niraj will check that. Yes, Khushbu, correct. Security, hospitality, water, electricity, everything, all the other services bachcho given. For that we are charging. है ना? So when bachcho it will be total amount. Lift, correct? So write down. TDS bachcho will be done at the rate of 10% for the entire amount. For the entire amount. Clear till here, all of you? Done, no? Was there an exception over there? Which exception bachcho I'm talking about? No TDS on GST part. Remember or no? Tell me, do you remember? Is it there? Go back and check in the textbook. Was it under 194I or no? TDS is not done on the GST part of the invoice. Okay, all of you? Okay, go ahead, everybody. Non-refundable deposit. Non-refundable deposit is what, bachcho? Okay, Niraj. Correct. Bachcho, this is as good as rent if you remember. Are हाँ है ना? Alright? 194I will be applicable. Done? Can we go ahead, everybody? Advance rent. Rent paid in advance. Yes? Advance rent, you understand? 2 months, 3 months rent you have paid in advance. Or every month basically you pay rent in advance only. है ना? Advance rent. TDS is applicable on credit or rent actually paid, whichever is earlier basis. That means book entry, okay, or payment, whichever is early. So all advance bachcho will be applicable or no, tell me? There is just bachcho book advance payments, but actual expenditure relates to the future. So whichever is early bachcho, अरे हाँ या ना, देखो बच्चों TDS will be applicable. TDS is applicable on advance amounts paid. ठीक है everybody? Warehousing charges. Check point number D and E. I hope you can understand difference between D and E. D बच्चों tell me for point number D. Correct. 194I and cold storage. Everybody. Correct. 194C because it comes under work or contract for cold storage facility. Okay. So give the star mark both D and E. So warehousing बच्चों, it is for usage of space. उल्टा बोला इंद्रजीत, I think. For usage of space, 194I applicable. Fine, everybody. And payment for cold storage. So as per CBDT circular, the facility is mainly in the nature of contractual relationship. Therefore, is applicable. Okay, everybody? Done all of you? Next one. Rent of building and of machinery 2,40,000 and 90,000 paid to Mr. Z. Is बच्चों cumulative more than 2.4 lakhs or no? Yes, है ना? So I'm writing here. Since total payment exceeds exceeds rupees 2.4, my simple question to you was, are there separate limits for building and machinery rent? The limit says for the section 194I. Is TDS applicable on building normally? Yes. Giving building on rent and giving machinery on rent? Yes. So total items given on rent for which your earning income is more than 2.4 lakhs? Yes. 194I applicable. Clear? But only difference is what बच्चों? Building 10%, machinery 2%, है ना? $1,800 ना? Right, Ilya? Done, everybody? $25,000. Done, all of you? Is it okay? G. Rent paid to two persons for one property. Why will you pay to two persons for one single property? Because they are joint owners. 1,20,000 and 1,30,000. What will happen? Correct, no TDS. I hope you understood. है ना? Is per assessee. Is per assessee. That is for each co-owner. Rupees 2.4 lakhs. Since payment doesn't exceed per co-owner no TDS applicable, है ना? Fine till here, all of you? A leases the flat to B, and B in turn also leases the flat to C. Okay, this I think we have done this concept in I think house property, but I hope you understand both of them are making rent payment, है ना? C to B rent obviously, and B to A also बच्चों rent, है ना बच्चों? Sorry. So what will happen? Whether on both transaction 194I will be applicable or no? It does not matter बच्चों whether B is owner or no. If you are receiving payment in the nature of rent, 194I बच्चों will be applicable. Yes? Done till here? What happened, Indrajit? Not all of you, everybody? Come to 16 बच्चों. 15 will do, but some sections we have already covered, that's why I am doing this. 16. TDS undertaking 194 IA or LA. IA sale, LA compulsory acquisition. अरे हाँ, is required to be made in the following cases. Rural agri land sold by Mr. A for rupees 80 lakhs. Sold. God, इतना क्यों yawn कर रहा बाप रे? Tell me. Above 50 lakhs ना बच्चों, above 50 lakhs. But not applicable on rural agri land. Only that land is बच्चों, that property is exempted. अरे हाँ या ना? Since बच्चों rural agri land is exempted from 194 IA. Done all of you? अरे हाँ. Flat at Delhi sold by Mr. C for 105 lakhs. Mr. C sold by C. हाँ correct ना? He is the payee ना बच्चों. He is going to get the money. C does not have PAN, or you can see बच्चों C does not furnish PAN. Which sections will you compare? 194 IA is there, IA because correct Nathan, yes, because it is transfer of immovable property more than 50 lakhs rupees. So 194 IA will come into picture, as well as because PAN is not provided, 20%. है ना 206AA. Whichever is higher. So 1% or 20%, but 20% will be applicable on entire 105 lakhs. Yes, Chalya? 194 I applicable, but since payee has not furnished PAN, why? Because higher of what? 1% or 20%. 1% is what? 194 IA rate, है ना? $21 lakhs which will be done as TDS. 21 lakhs. Can you go ahead, everybody? Sorry. New flat sold by builder for 90 lakhs. All okay? No other conditions are given to us. So even if it is new flat, obviously, but TDS will be applicable. 194I, है ना? A. $90,000. Okay. Ready, everybody? Point number D. Flat was sold by G for rupees 40 lakhs, but SGV is rupees 75 lakhs. For Bachu 194 IA, we check the sale consideration only, not the SGV. Okay. Understood? Between capital gain, etc., we assume it as full value consideration, na? But what is the actual one? What he has received, or in at least an agreement, 40 lakhs. So 194 IA, we check the actual agreement value between the buyer and seller, which is what? 40 lakhs. So 194 IA is applicable on sale consideration and not SGB. Okay, since actual sale price or sale consideration is less than rupees 50 lakhs, therefore no TDS under section 194 IA, है ना? Done? All of you? E. Flat at Pune sold by Mr. H for 2 crores. LTCGs of 1.5 crores are invested in 54 EC bonds. We are in the chapter of TDS. Correct, Mansi? TDS बच्चों is done by payer on the amount which he is going to pay. Payer बच्चों in this example buyer है ना? हाँ है ना? He is going to pay 2 crores. He is not bothered at all of the LTCG calculation of the seller, whether he will invest, not invest, and all of that. No time pass. He will say I am paying you 2 crores. On that 2 crores, बच्चों TDS is applicable. ठीक है? We are not doing any kind of calculations from seller's point of view. Understood everybody? Nitin okay? Kushbu, Indrajit, Akshay. That is rupees 2 lakhs. है ना? Finally, all of you. Done everybody? F. Urban agri land is compulsorily acquired and a compensation of rupees 40 lakhs is received. LA ना? One for LA is not applicable on any agricultural land. Fine, everybody? Therefore, no TDS. Simple. What is the threshold limit over there? 2.5 lakhs, is it? Tell everybody. Done? Come to 194J. One 94J. Read everybody. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Recording stopped.
Read, everybody, read. डन ले लिया फर्स्ट पार्ट डिड यू रीड एवरीबडी हो गया पढ़ के
Recording in progress.
and last part underline this word so bachcho TDS 194J is one of the most important section especially for you and me at least for you can say practicing persons okay because what we generally receive normally is all your professional fees है ना CA CS CMA lawyer architecture engineers consultants interior designers what they are providing is बच्चों professional service so बच्चों on all your income even from my case बच्चों all my income on that TDS is done under 194J so it is professional service 10% threshold amount 30,000 FTS fees for technical services but over there बच्चों TDS rate is only 2% threshold amount is the same बच्चों rupees 30,000 threshold limit can you tell me बच्चों where had we done before FTS little bit बच्चों we have done at least if do you even remember the chapter number or chapter name very good Mansi good answer good answer section 9 बच्चों residential status yes in that chapter we had covered fees for technical services good then royalty payment okay generally if you're paying royalty to anybody 10% but royalty in the nature of sale consideration for sale distribution or exhibition of cinema for films for movies then bachcho TDS rate is only 2% other royalty so bachcho it is for films or something then bachcho 2% if it is any other royalty music or any kind of other patents etc 10% non-compete income or non-compete fees paid okay 10% do you remember non-compete we had also covered that in Indian Contract Act payment done not to do something है ना payment done बच्चों not to do something don't open a business don't open a competing business or if you retire from partnership don't do the same business non-compete fees okay अरे हाँ very important or famous sitting fees director sitting fees basically whenever or whichever meetings he attend board of the director for that बच्चों he is paid sitting fees again 10% बच्चों there is no threshold limit star mark there is no threshold limit that means even if you pay 5,000 rupees 6,000 rupees 4,000 8,000 still बच्चों TDS will happen at the rate of 10% yes and payment to बच्चों any kind of call center okay as professional fees again TDS will be done at the rate of 2% fine everybody so they have given you normally this 30,000 for 194J normally only for बच्चों director setting fees there is no threshold limit at all and बच्चों check very important they are all separately applicable means what understand Please understand. If I pay professional fees of 20,000, 20, professional fees of 20,000, and technical, so FTS, fees for technical services, but I pay 20,000, 20,000. So here 20, don't write or anything, 20,000, and here also 20. TDS will happen or not happen? TDS will happen or not happen now? TDS बच्चों will not happen because the limits are applicable separately. Okay everybody? Are हाँ है ना? Not cumulative whatever is happening under 194J. No. We will check बच्चों now for the type of transaction. Clear all of you? Then use or right to use computer software is called as royalty. Okay? Whenever you buy, download or use computer software, बच्चों, software, you are paying royalty to use the software. Or when you buy a software, do you become owner of that software? Can you resell, बच्चों? Do you own the codes, etc.? You are just बच्चों eligible, or you can say you have a authority to use the software. You don't become owner of the software, and for use you are making payment for you can say knowledge, know-how, technical knowledge, and all of that. That is software. For that payment is called as royalty, and therefore 194J will be applicable. Are हाँ या ना? Everybody okay till here? Indrajit okay? Okay. Done all of you? And next one more clarification. Payment by third party administrators, TPA. What are the TPAs? Agents or representatives of insurance company. 2. Hospitals for settlement of medical or insurance claims are liable under section 194J. Because for you and me it may be a personal payment, but it is again a business transaction between who बच्चों? Insurance company and the hospital. On that बच्चों TDS will be applicable. Yes, चलिए. Can we go ahead, everybody? Come to question number 15, 1-5. Ready? Setting fees to independent directors, rupees 5,000 paid. Yes, Nathan, correct. TDS बच्चों applicable. So no threshold for payment of डायरेक्टर सेटिंग फीस है ना. Therefore, TDS at the rate of 10% under section 194J on rupees 5,000. That is rupees 500. Yes, still here, all of you? Are हाँ, everybody okay, no? ठीक है, कैन वी गो ahead everybody? Second one, star mark. Professional fees and royalty paid to Mr. A is 25,000 and 20,000 respectively. Same parties are making payment to same person only. Okay, but the nature of payment are different, and both are covered under 194J. Together, but there are more than 30,000. TDS will happen or not happen? Will not happen, बच्चों. Why? Because both have separate limits of 30,000. अरे हाँ या ना? Everyone okay till here? बोलो फटाफट. Right on. Separate limits. Separate limits applicable of rupees 30,000. Each. Therefore, no TDS. Under section 194J. Done till all of you? Point number C. Hospital bill rupees 40,000 paid for hospitalization of parents. Tell me, what do you think? Point number C. बोलो. इंद्रजीत. No TDS, बच्चों, because it is a personal payment. It is a personal payment. When the insurance company makes payment to hospital, on that बच्चों TDS was applicable. But for you, it is a personal transaction. Okay, so no TDS applicable. And the parents is what? Not personal. Is it a business expenditure? That's okay. Nature of payment is what? Personal. Okay? No TDS on personal payments. Fine. Finally, all of you. Point number D. Hospital pays rupees 50,000 to visiting doctor. Finally, all of you. Visiting doctor is separate. Okay, pay attention. Don't write down, but just understand. There is also something called as resident doctor. Have you heard this term, bachcho, resident doctor? He is a full-time doctor in that hospital. What will happen if the hospital pays whatever amount to a resident doctor? What do you think? Very good, Mansi. Karan Nitin, good. Yes, Khushbu, correct. You can write down that as an extra question. Write down over there only. I hope you understood, Akshay, Indrajit. In that case, बच्चों 192 will be applicable, okay? है ना? Clear, all of you? To a resident doctor, okay? Resident doctor. That is the main difference, बच्चों, between resident doctor and visiting doctor. Done or no? Payment to auditor, obviously, bachcha. This is our most important bread and butter for us. It is professional fees. Okay, TDS bachcho will be done how much? Rupees 4,000. It is all about the professional fees. है ना? Okay, good. Hello everybody. Payment to company secretary rupees 30,000. CS means practicing CS. GST is charged separately. Means bachcho, basically what will be the invoice amount? Can you tell me? Take bachcho, obviously GST rate, take it as 18%. Okay, if you want bachcho, for your understanding, you can write down invoice amount. How much it is? 35,400 something. अरे हाँ या ना everybody. So write down. No TDS under section 194J on GST part. On what बच्चों? GST part, correct? On GST component. No TDS under section 194J on GST component. Yes? Full stop. Since without GST fees does not exceed rupees 30,000, therefore no TDS applicable. Finally, so we check what figures? Net of taxes or net of GST. ठीक all of you? Okay. Come to 194E. Thirteen point nine. बढ़िया है खुशबू, बहुत बढ़िया. तुम कैसे हो? Let's go ahead everybody. अरे हाँ, ओ खुशबू बोलो ना. Let's go ahead everybody. 194E. Everyone there? Payment to non-resident sportsmen or sports association. Can you give me any example, बच्चों? Payment is done to a non-resident sportsman. IPL, exactly. And in बच्चों, because of the IPL, the players so you'll give, plus maybe coaches or commentators, interviewers, whoever who come, है ना? ये देख रोनाल्डो एंड मेसी. हे भगवान, हाँ ठीक है. You stay over there only in Argentina or whatever that, which country that he is from? Europe, whatever that country is. Portugal, हाँ Portugal. Learn income tax India and sportsman Ronaldo Messi. Nice. अरे हाँ ठीक है कुछ पूछ ओके. So payments to non-resident sportsmen or even sports association. If at all they are holding any matches in India, they means any country or any association in India, and we are making some payment to them. Okay. So, who is the type of person payee? Non-resident. TDS bachcho will be done at 20%. Okay, TDS bachcho will be done at 20%. But check what rate? 20%, and cess will also be charged. Star mark here. So therefore, bachcho, TDS rates becomes 20% and plus 4% is 20.8. Okay. Then pays NR sportsman, including an athlete. So obviously the main first person athlete is there, but others also. Entertainer, my goodness, or a non-resident sports association or institution. Okay. These incomes are also taxed under section 115 BBA. Taxability in their hands, bachcho. 150 BBA may be in first chapter. Yes, you have the section. The tax rate was, I think, 30%. We'll have to check that. In first chapter. Can you check, bachcho? Because this is a special rate of tax, na? Special rate of tax. Such nice money, bachcho, they are making, na? Indian government from these people also. Hai ki nahi? Okay, everybody? Anyways, but an important thing is, bachcho, the cess part. Add cess of 4%. Health and education, cess of 4%. Chalega? Okay, everybody? Come to question number 27. Calculate the amount of tax to be deducted at source on payment made to Ricky Ponting, an Australian cricketer, non-resident in India, by a newspaper for contribution of articles. Okay, contribution articles, you understand? Giving an article in the newspaper. Okay, Niraj, is it 20%? Okay, fine. Thank you. Chalega. Right, and what will happen here? Was there a threshold limit given to us? No. So it will be applicable, bachcho, on that amount also. Okay. Right, and question number 27. First one. As per section 194E, payment to non-resident sportsmen for contribution of article in newspaper will attract TDS at the rate of 20%, full stop. Also, health and education says at the rate of 4% will be deducted. Will be deducted. Full stop. Therefore, next line. Effective TDS rate is 20 plus 4% is not 24 बच्चों. Okay. It is 20.8%. Therefore, how much? Is it 5,200? But you tell me. Done till all of you? Tell me. ओ बच्चों. Come to page number 13.4. Very important. Okay. Ready बच्चों? Deduction of tax. Important, please pay attention. Normally tax should be deducted at earlier of credit or payment. See, you are a payer, so you will book the entry of the expenditure. अरे हाँ. Okay everybody? Or you may book the expenditure in future also. And you have done only advance payment. Okay? So basically book entry or payment, actual payment, whichever is earlier. Did you understand? Are हाँ या ना? However, important, in the following cases, the TDS shall be done only at the time of payment. That means even if book entry is done already, payment is done later on, then but only on payment basis TDS will be done. Or if payment is done but book entry is not done, let us say it is something like advance. Okay, bachcho? Then again on that advance or payment, TDS will be done. Is it okay, everybody? So normally it is what, bachcho? Book entry or payment which was earlier, and certain section bachcho only on payment basis. Clear? Check what do you have. 192 TDS on salary. Let me write down something for you. If I talk about salary income from employee's point of view, what does section 15 say? Salary is taxable. Come on, all of you. What will be? Salary is taxable on due or receipt, whichever is earlier basis. Is it okay? Go ahead, no? But from an employer's point of view, write down this plus please in a notebook. TDS on salary is done on which basis? Done till here, everybody? So my simple question to you is, bachcho, if the employer does not pay the salary, there is arrears due, what will happen? Salary is not actually paid to the employee, it is due but unpaid. Is it taxable or not in the hands of employee? Taxable in the hands of employee. It is due but unpaid. Whether the employer will deduct tax or no and pay to the government, no. He will but deduct and pay to the government only at the time of payment, actual payment. Clear till here, all of you? Did you understand the difference between both of them? नितिन कुछ समझा कि नहीं? नितिन खुशबू, we're talking about you from both point of view, what is happening. For employee, due or receipt, whichever is earlier, we tax it. So it was due but not received, tax it in the hands of employee. But your employer will deduct tax only at the time of payment of salary. Okay. Now just one example of that is 192. Then 192A, EPF withdrawals. EPF but your employee provident fund. Okay. Those withdrawals we have to see. 192A. Dividend. TDS but will be done only at the time of payment. Windfall gain means we don't know whether we'll get or not. Nah, how much we'll get, whatever it is. But only at the time of payment. Lottery winning, only at the time of payment. Arey ha. Winning from horse races, compulsory acquisition of movable property. Okay. This also only the time of payment. Okay. Sorry. 194 DA. Life insurance policy maturity proceeds. Life insurance policy. First of all, life insurance policy. ATC, remember ATC. So you paid to keep the policy alive, and now you are still bachu alive even after the maturity of policy, and then maybe you have decided in the policy you will get some premium back. So, or whatever may be the claim. Okay. Life insurance policy maturity proceeds. Again, only at the time of payment of the amount. And lastly, 194N. Cash withdrawal from bank, cooperative bank or post office bacho will be done only at the time of payment. Okay. For your homework bacho, please read properly and come 192A. Okay. And this also DA. Pay attention, at least pay attention. Finish off whatever is now remaining. 192A. 3 have covered. Important ones I have covered. Okay, everybody. Okay. So I'm telling you to read only that 192A. Okay. Others obviously I'll do it with you in the class only itself here. This also bacho, this also we have covered already. Page 13.16. This also read and come. Okay, 10.10D, read and come. Okay. Finally, all of you. That's it for homework for today, and that is it for income tax for today. Okay, everybody? अरे बोलो हाँ.
Recording stopped.
अक्षय इवन तुम्हारे नोट्स भी आ जाएंगे तुमको. आई थिंक दिस वीक यू विल गेट योर नोट्स अक्षय. घर पे आ जाएगा वो. बाकी के लोग 4:15 बजे मिलते हैं लॉ के लिए. ऑल ऑफ यू. चलेगा.